It is Greg. It is July 3rd, 2023, the day before the 4th of July. And I just wanted to do a short video on some of the thoughts that I'm having today and some of the feelings that I'm having right before this great Independence Day, the birth of America. And it's a slight departure from what we normally talk about on the channel. We normally talk about the markets. We normally talk about stock markets, the bond markets, Fed policy, commercial real estate, and all this other stuff to make you a better and richer investor. But I don't know. I thought I'd talk a little bit about Independence Day, and hopefully it makes some sense to you or has some meaning for you. If it does, please comment below. If you agree, comment below. If you disagree, comment below. We want all, a lot of mosquitoes around here. We want all the views to be expressed on the channel. All right, so here we are, 2023, day before Independence Day. The Supreme Court just came out with some rulings on affirmative action, and some rights with respect to free speech and things of that nature. I don't want to get into the political aspects of it, but obviously some people agree with it, some people don't agree with it, and people have been questioning the role of the Supreme Court and things of that nature. So that's going on. We have the economy potentially going into a recession here. However, the stock market's been doing rather well for the first half, so people are feeling good about that. Kind of mixed feelings on the economy in terms of where we are with the economy. So that's going on. But as I really think about the birth of the country and where the country is right now, the United States is always in various states of turmoil. It's always a growing, evolving situation. Since the birth of this country, it's always been the same, whether we're fighting over slavery or fighting over equal rights or civil rights or whatever it is. There's always turmoil in this country. That's one of the beauties of this country. There's a lot of healthy and in some cases not so healthy debate over the issues, and that will continue forever as long as this country is a country. Some people love the country, some people hate the country. I personally love the country, okay? And I think this is the greatest country. I've traveled all over the world. I've been to many countries in Europe, Asia, all over the world, probably more than most people. And I continue to come to the conclusion that this is the greatest country ever. If you hate the country, if you don't like the country, please leave. There's a lot of other places you can live, okay? But if you want to stay, let's be constructive. Let's have constructive debate and discourse over the issues and stop this, personal attacks and the polarization that's been rising to a huge crescendo over the last 20 years. And unfortunately, it's really the fault of the politicians, and it's the fault of the people that buy into this philosophy. And the philosophy basically is splitting people up into groups, typically racial groups, and then pitting them against each other. Okay, that's a favorite tactic of the politicians. And I gotta tell you, I gotta blame Barack Obama for this. I don't know if you love Barack Obama, hate Barack Obama, but he's the one that perfected this art of dividing people into groups, religious, racial, educational, whatever it is, and then pitting them against each other to gain political power. Now, I personally think that's one of the most reprehensible things you can do and most unenlightened things you can possibly do to people, because let's face it, we're all in this together, okay? Doesn't matter how much money you make, if you're rich, poor, in the middle, working man and woman, somebody who grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth. We're all in this together. We're all going to live our lives, and then we're all going to pass away and be a distant memory. And in some cases, we'll do things that were admirable enough for our memory to live forever. And hopefully on the positive side, not on the negative side. And I don't know, I think people lose perspective on this, because when you obsess over petty trivialities and engage in these ad hominem attacks on people, objectifying other people, calling them names, wishing bad things on them, all the crap that you see on social media, it's just tearing apart the fabric of this country, which was always a melting pot. Just speaking for myself, I'm a child of immigrants. My parents were the first generation in this country. My grandparents were both born in the old country. I'm half Dutch, half Italian, which is the most bizarre combination you could ever have. I couldn't think of two people that are more polar opposite. And so growing up in a family where my father was Dutch and my mother was Italian, that was, shall we say, quite interesting. But anyway, my grandparents, on my father's side, my grandfather on my father's side was a baker. On my mother's side, he was a mechanic. Grandmothers were both homemakers. And so both my parents were born in this country, but they were both born to working class, and even on my father's side, he was poor working class because his father died when he was like 10. So they were left without a father. So both my parents came from very modest backgrounds. Both became very successful through education and tremendous hard work. And then me and my sister both, were able to prosper further in this country. And so I assign all of the benefits that I now can enjoy to just the freedoms that you have in this country, the meritocracy that you have, that basically anyone can come here and build a life for themselves and live the American dream to a greater or lesser extent. And if you don't avail yourself of those benefits, and you waste your life through drugs or just making bad decisions, which obviously we all make bad decisions, but I mean on balance making bad decisions, then you have nobody but yourself to blame, because the system is set up for you to be successful and for your life to work. So if it doesn't work, you're doing something wrong, okay? And it's really would be advantageous to you to take responsibility for that and to change what you're doing and start doing positive things, thinking positively, and really taking advantage of what this country has to offer. It's not that complicated. And look, everybody has different skills. Everybody has different abilities. Everybody has different potential. But the trick is to try to live up to your individual potential. That's what it's all about. And it's not about getting rich. It's not about acquiring things, because money and things are not going to make you happy. The quality of your life, I think, is determined by the relationships you have and the people in your life that love you and depend on you and the degree to which you can serve other people. It's all about service. Whether it's your family, or your company, or your country, no matter what it is, you're here to serve. And if you do that in this country, and you create value, and you do what's right, and you keep your word, you're going to be successful. And you're going to achieve things that you never thought possible in this country. Because this country is the greatest country in the world. And it's like anything else. If you don't use it, you lose it. So stop being negative if you are. I'm sure some of you listening to this are more positive than me. But if you're negative and you're thinking negatively about this country during this time period, try thinking positively. Try turning it around. Try saying to yourself, you know what? I'm lucky as hell to be born in this country. Or if you weren't born in this country, I'm lucky as hell to be in this country. Now let's make the best of it, and let's not complain and blame everybody else for my misfortunes, okay? That's a loser strategy. And you should know that by now. If you're an adult, you should know that by now. That kind of mentality has never served you. It's never served me, and I can guarantee it's never served you. Think positive. Surround yourself with great people. Show love. Don't be negative. Look at the positive side in everything. Because in every negative thing that happens to you, there is a positive side, and there is a way that you can look at it in a positive way to further your life, to further your ambitions, and to move your life forward. Okay? So I hope I'm not getting too heavy with this. I don't know. I was kind of in one of these moods today where I wanted to talk about this kind of a subject. So the 4th of July is coming tomorrow. Okay, so if you see this before the 4th, keep it in your mind that you're going to look at how lucky you are to be in this country and celebrate the birth of America and all the great ideals that it stands for, and take advantage of it in your own life and spread the goodness that is part of this country to other people and to other people in your life. And try to improve their lives whenever you can. All right? So that's my message for today. Enjoy the 4th, everybody. Thanks for watching the channel. If you got some value out of this, please subscribe and like. I'd love to have you as part of the channel. And please comment. If you agreed with some of the things I said, comment. If you disagreed with some of the things I said, please comment. Okay? Love to have you on board. And stay tuned to the next video, which will be coming your way very soon.